Thank God for Canada. That's the headline of a new opinion piece in the New York Times from Nicholas Kristof, who declares to his U.S. readers, our boring neighbor is a moral leader of the free world. The columnist pointing to Canadian action on a series of high-profile international events.
Except for those that are
like Canada welcoming a young Saudi refugee who feared for her life back at home, a move that came months after Minister of Foreign Affairs Chrystia Freeland called for the release of a jailed women's rights activist in Saudi Arabia. The op-ed also saluting Canada for accepting 40,000 Syrian refugees when doors were being shut to refugees around the world. When it comes to ongoing tensions between Canada and China, after Canada detained Huawei exec Meng Wanzhou at the request of the U.S., Kristof is praising Ottawa for sticking to its guns.
We have been consistent that Canada is a country of the rule of law that respects the independence of the judiciary and always will.
Justin Trudeau speaking today, the Prime Minister also touching on the political and humanitarian crisis in Venezuela.
Canada calls upon the countries of the world to support a holding of new, free and fair presidential elections in Venezuela. We call on countries of the world to support the interim president, Juan Guaido.
On Monday, Canada hosting an emergency meeting with the Lima Group on the Venezuela crisis. The New York Times piece says when Canada recognized the opposition leader Juan Guaido as interim president, he won credibility because nobody sees Ottawa as an imperialist conspirator. Kristof isn't just praising Canada for stepping up. He also points out one study found that Americans' tweets are loaded with curses and words like hate. Canadians' tweets are loaded with awesome, amazing, and great. The columnist adds whenever he says something nice about Canada, he hears from Canadians pointing out our country's shortcomings, which he says are real. As an aside, today alone, we've seen some headlines that are not so flattering. But back to the column. Still, the writer says Canada may be the leader the world needs.